What on guys, Commander, and welcome to a new video on No Man's Sky. Now, there's a couple of things that's happened between this episode and between this episode and the last episode. And one of the things is, well, two of the things I'm just going to play for you now. So as you can see, those are the two things that have happened in this between episodes. So we managed to get the observer and the what do you call him? I didn't really want to scan, but never mind. But we got the observer and the scientist. I thought I could have done this off camera, but there was like it was too much of like a big part of the base to like in the expansion of the base in order to do it now. Like, in order to say that this is what I've done off camera. So I just did little quick recordings in doing it. Now I do just quickly want to say I do apologize if you can hear any background noise. I got builders in front of my house, and it's literally right behind me, as it were. So, so anyway, we've also managed to build a weapons terminal, but what we need to do for the weapons terminal is we need to go jump to a different system. Now, to get the blueprints for a hyperdrive, we need to go on and carry on doing this awakenings thing. Now, that's part of the main campaign, so I wanted to do that in video. So basically, as far as off-camera work is concerned, I basically just grinded to a right old halt. So we're going to start and finish off doing it now and just carrying it on. So, accessing log from previous user. Additional archives recovered. Entry 4925C E follows. Construction largely a success. Recovered salvage technology from nearby. Plans logged. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. Beginning research. Download the plans. Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. Right, this is the blueprint analyzer. Now, this is what I've been trying to make. This is the thing that will allow us to buy better base upgrades. Also, another thing, you may notice my multi-tool slightly different. That's because we managed to get an A-class multi-tool. Now, I would have done this on camera, but it literally just came out of the blue, and I thought I can't turn this down. Now, I was talking to a Viking on our space station in this system, and they basically said they wanted to they were basically barking looking at my multi-tool, and then they turned around and said, I'll have this multi-tool instead, and they gave me this A-class multi-tool. Yes, it's slightly broken, but in all fairness, like technology modules and all that, yes, they are going to cost a few units to make, but chromatic metal is just from copper, so a lot of that is relatively simple to repair. All this down here, microprocessor, ceramic steel, and iron batteries, that will come later, but these two especially, I can do relatively easily off camera, and we've also got like things anyway. I do need to make another terrain manipulator, but we'll do that a bit later, because we don't necessarily need that at the moment. But yeah, so now that we've got an A-class multi-tool, we can start buying upgrades from nanite clusters using our multi-tool, which is very, very good. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to mine this ferrite, just get some pure ferrite, and what else is it that we need for our, I think it was carbon nanotubes that we needed. What was it? We need temporary technology, blueprint analyzer. Oh, it's magnetized ferrite and carbon nanotubes. So we need one carbon nanotube, so let's make that quickly now, just so we know we've got it. I need more carbon, that's fine. Also, I've also been hunting down these salvage technologies, and as you can see, 7,500 units for one salvage technology. You can see how, like, for a full 15 of them. Now, you can see how they're good money earners, but I literally was jumping about the planets in the system, just hunting for them. Relentlessly just hunting and hunting for them. So, that's, so that's where that comes from. Now, salvage tech we can do for nanite clusters, but it takes so long, it's not really worth it. I may as well just go and sell stuff anyway, so... What I'm going to do, ferrite dust, stick that in there, get some pure ferrite. What I also want to do as well, I get rid of that nitrogen, don't want that marrow bulb. We'll go up into the space station anyway, because I want to get some nanite, I want to get some upgrades for our multi-tool and our exosuit. So we'll go up there anyway to sell this salvage technology. Because salvage technology, once we've got this, we can go and get multi-tool, we can get some salvage technology modules to repair some bits in our multi-tool. So that's good. So now I want to stick the magnetized ferrite into there and get pure ferrite into there and get some magnetized. Also, while we're here, let me just mine the tree and get some carbon off of it, because the carbon is what we need for carbon nanotubes, obviously, and that should be enough there. Nice. Right, so now we need a carbon nanotube, and then the magnetized ferrite, and then that should be enough, I think, to get the... There you go, blueprint analyzer. Right, let's go in here. Let's just stick it in the corner right there. Nice. Right. Process the salvage technology with the blueprint analyzer. And this is another thing that salvage technology is good for, which is why I've been hunting it down so much. So we're going to a blueprint analyzer. Analysis unit online. Awaiting input. Diagnostic suggestion. User should recover buried technology from dig sites. Equip users with... Yeah. So, blueprint research. Now, let's see if we can find the bits I actually wanted to find. No, we can't. But as you can see, things like a save point with salvage modules and whatnot, we can get these from salvage modules. So if we want like hazard protection unit, we can buy that. Health station, buy that. We get a message module, we can buy that. And these are the bits that I wanted. So a foundation, cylindrical room, straight corridor, and a door. Those are the bits that I wanted because they are where we're going to make our big base. We got repeated brainstorm, don't bother me. But that's actually the bits that I wanted to get, because these bits, if I structures, large room, these things, we can make our base out of these. Now we need a lot of pure ferrite, but they're so worth it because they make life so much easier than just this wooden stuff that we've got here. So eventually, at some point, I'm going to probably find a spot off camera or something to start building it with. We'll find... Now, can I go out here safely? No, I can't. But I was exploring off camera and I did find a completely flat area that we can build a really nice base on. So we might go there. It's not too far away. But it should be alright. So I don't want hazmat gauntlet for the time being. But as you can see, we're using up our salvage technology, but it's worth it. Actually, we only have 10 left. Oh dear. Used more than I thought. Anyway, doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. So, yeah, process salvage technology. Yeah, I've done that. Base computer holds both secrets to plans and new technology. Right, how's it? Let me just go into my base computer a minute. Oh dear. Base registered to current owner, upload construction information to Yes. No, I don't want to do that. Process salvage technology with the blueprint outlets. Did I just do it too quickly? Alright, let me just use blueprint research. Just do one. A simple one. There you go. Window construction. There you go. Is that... You happy now? Yeah. There we go. Base archives updated. Right, now we can go into here. Access unlocked from previous user. Additional archives recovered. Entry 4925F follows. Scanner detected. Unusual. Repeating. 16. The space station. Yeah, that number 16 comes up quite often. Warning. Archives interrupted. Emergency broadcast detected. The traveller finds their wings. They fly toward us, as they must. You will find us when the time is right. The base computer interrupted its own archive retrieval program to relay an emergency message, but the broadcast sounds like no distress call I've ever heard. Perhaps the message is right. Perhaps it is time to fly, to return to space, to seek answers to this mystery. Emergency broadcast code 161616. Right, so now what do we do? What does it want us to do? Investigate the emergency signal. Visit the space station and search for intelligent life forms. Right, so now that means we need to go back to our space station, which is good because we need to go there anyway. So let's hop on our ship and let's rocket off to the space station. Despite their unfamiliar words, there is something about this alien's manner that implies we have met before. It's this who left the code for me at the signal repeater. So repeat the code. Lifeform pauses before turning away. They either do not hear me or are choosing to ignore my message. Right, say hello to mathematician entity, whatever your name is. The alien's elegant metallic shell springs to life as I approach. They study me, lights flashing around their visor. I hope they will recognise the code I received from the signal repeater. Okay, you're a bit weird. Operator entity Jinin. Yes, same basic thing. The lifeform pauses to turn away. Yeah, that's not useful. Let's say hello to you, scientist entity whoever. The lifeform stares at me, silent. When I blink, I see the same red light that stared at me at the terminal. I feel compelled to repeat the code I heard at the signal repeater. We are watching you, traveller friend. Find what we have left you. Though the alien speaks words that are not their own, the code is echoed back to me through the red glare, transformed into a set of coordinates. The crimson light fades away, and I see the lifeform staring at me through its visor. Whatever has happened, they do not appear to have seen it. I should leave and find whatever has been left for me. Okay, right, so we found another signal. Is that in this system or is it out off planet? I think it's off planet. Which would mean for each of the stress beacon, where is it? Oh no, it's on planet, it's on a nearby planet. Right, let's just sell get rid of that. Let's just sell some of our materials just while we're here. I also want to buy some upgrades as well. So sell items from inventories. I'll keep the navigation data module, keep the chromatic metal. Sell the salvage technology. I'll keep one of me just in case. Sell the salt. Sell the copperite. Keep the sodium. Keep the microprocessor. Keep the oxygen. Keep the cobalt. Keep copper. Yeah, that'll be fine. That's enough. Right, let's go over to this other site. Actually, what's in here? There's normally some like little like tricks of trade in here. Some little things that would be useful. Search. Sulfurite. What's this milestone? Merchant. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, nothing in there. Right, so encoded signal received. Coordinates logged, reach the signal. Okay. Right, let's go over here. I want to just buy some upgrades for my exosuit. And if we can find any upgrades for our... If we can get any upgrades for our multi-tool, then we'll get that as well. But I'm more interested in my exosuit. Because I want like a stamina one. Stamina upgrade. Technology Merchant Spore Cook. The life form offers me blueprints in exchange for whatever. Purchase upgrade modules. Miner beam module C, scanner module, broadcaster model plasma. Can we get any better ones? Scatter blaster, no. Miner beam module S. Oh, that would be so good because they're the best of the best. They are. Get a mining beam module C because we can always uninstall it if we so much wish. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Trade nanite clusters for blueprints. I'm not entirely too fussed about this. Advanced mining beam. I'll take that just for the one of how much it actually costs, because that's going to be quite useful just to have as a blueprint. Maybe not for now, but just for later, because that allows us to mine anything. So, let's get some upgrade modules. What can we get? Movement module. C. Get that. Don't worry about the shield module. They're all just more like expensive. Okay, that's fine. So we've got a movement module, which I think just reduces our stamina a little bit. So if we go movement module, go into technology and stick that in there. Nice. Now, we also did get a mining beam module, which is for the multi-tool. And we'll stick that in there. Nice. Now again, we can, if we want to replace, we can either just like put it in as well, and put an upgraded version in as well, or we can just do it instead. So we can take one out and put another one back in, knock over aerosol cans. Not fun. Distressing. This seems like a crash freighter. But if we wanted a bit like somewhere for storage units, the freighter is the top thing that we can use. So let's have a look at this distress signal. Log damaged. Partial records available. The signal has led me to a wreck of a freighter. Colossal fragments of metal scattered across the landscape. Were these messages nothing but the misfiring circuits of a long-forgotten ruin? Nestled among the debris, I find the pilot's log, blinking, awaiting input. Oh no, I don't want to leave, I want to just request a log. Instead of displaying the ship's log, the terminal spits out a strange sequence of numbers. They're followed by a short message. The anomaly comes from the stars. Take flight. The schematic for a hyperdrive is attached to the end of the message. Here we go. Take blueprint. I bought the blueprint from the computer, but this hyperdrive blueprint is for a conventional starship, not a freighter of this size. Someone placed this here after the crash, hoping it would be found. Yes, now we've got hyperdrive. Chromatic metal and microprocessors. Now, chromatic metal we can get... have we got... How much copper have we got? How much copper do we have? Oh, we got quite a lot. Right, so I want to go back to the space station and buy some microprocessors. We've got 400,000 units anyway, so... yeah, so now we need to go to... it's actually telling us to go back to the space station and acquire a hyperdrive, so that is good. So what I'm going to do is... go back to the space station. So, because this traveling takes a while, I'm going to go to the space station. I'll be back once I'm there. Alright guys, I'm back. Now, now we just need to basically go into this terminal and buy some, what, actually I'll buy a couple of these, technology modules as well, because these are useful. We'll buy a couple, microprocessors. I think it's 5 we need, or 4, I can't remember. But, we get 5 anyway. Then we need to go portable refinery. Now, can we get... Oh, that ship looks nice. Let's see how much this costs. If it's not too... I don't know. I might not. I know I'm going to need quite a lot of units in order to get a better upgraded ship. But let's see how much does he want for this? Negotiate price. Still a C grade, so probably not too much. Saying that though, 150,000 units. Or exchange for 165,000 units. Well, we could have done it. But it's still a C grade ship. He's already got a hyperdrive in him, so that would have saved our bacon a little bit. But I'm not going to bother with that because we don't need to. So anyway, let's go back home. And we'll make this hyperdrive because again we've got enough copper to make chromatic metal to make the hyperdrive. So what I'll do, I'll rocket back to my base and I'll be back once I'm there. Right guys, so we're back on the surface, and now let's get into our portable refiner. Let's get this magnetized stuff out because we don't need it. Now let's find out where our copper is. Now, how much actually do we need? Because I don't want to put any more in than we need to. Let's go into our starship. What technology? So we need 125, and we've got 24 at the moment. So it's basically like 101, I think, is we need. So let's stick the 250 in there. It's like 101, so it's basically quite the majority of it that we need. So let's do that. There we go. That'll take about a minute or two. So, hello, my friend. I know we need to be. We need to find a weapons specialist. I know. I'm more than aware. Advanced scientific research. Right. Let's say hello to this scientist and see what he's got for us to do. Unknown life form. I passed my test. I'm free to explore, free to pursue my passion for structural analysis. Do you have data to operate on? An observatory would supply some. Think all that might be done. The Korvax appears to have no memory of our previous encounters. I do not know if they feel reconnected to the convergence, or if they simply do not recall what they should feel like. I should visit the observatory for them, to see if the structural analysis they claim to enjoy will prompt a memory. Right, let's accept it. I look forward to seeing the results, Traveller. He's acting a little bit weird, because he always used to be a very friendly character, but what I did was I had to go back to a convergence and reinstall his memory data banks. So, and since then he's acting a little bit weird. But what I want to do now, so I need some more fuel. I need metal plating, which means more Faraday dust. Always with the Faraday dust. So yeah, we'll go to that thing, trying to reinstall his memory back into him, and my memory beam's definitely lasting longer. Flipping heck, why? Well, let's see if I can do this entire thing without it overheating. I nearly did it last time. Let's try. Come on, nearly there. Yes, it's getting better. Once we get the big one, the big bad one, then the S-Class one, then definitely that'll be much better. So. Right, let's hop in the ship, put the launch fuel in our thrusters, and let's hop up, and we'll go over to the observatory while that chromatic metal is indeed refining. Right, there we go. Now this is going to take a while because I can't actually do pulse jumps in atmosphere, so I'll be back once I've reached the observatory. Right guys, so at the observatory, I'm not entirely sure what I think we're going to find. We may find Korvax inside, so if so, he will give us some nanoclusters if we treat him well. What resources have I actually got on me? So if I haven't got many, then yeah, I'll be alright. He might have some of the we might have some of the he wants, we might not. If we don't, it doesn't matter. Oh, saying that though, we don't. He's not here. There's nobody here. It's abandoned. There's no navigational data thing here. No, clusters, I'll take that. Some more condensed carbon, that don't bother me. Right, let's access this data observatory. Data Spheon installed, accessing. The observatory appears to have been calibrated for a single purpose, to locate interferences between the Korvax and excuse me, let me start that again. The observatory appears to have been calibrated for a single purpose, to locate the interfaces of a being the Korvax call the Atlas. After many years, the inhabitants of this facility succeeded in their quest, disappearing without a trace. Let's download the data. Right, let's return to the scientist, see what he can tell us about this so-called Atlas. What in the name of God are you? Ooh, we've never seen you before. You look like a butterfly sort of thing. A whatever that means. Right. Anyway, let's go back home. Let's go back to the scientist. So I'm going to go back to the scientist. I'll be back once I've got back home. Right, I'm back at the base now. Let's go. That's finished refining, so that's all good. Let's go and say hello to scientist man. Traveller, while you have been absent, Korvax has detected anomalies. I feel alone. Perhaps the data will have an answer. Let's give you the data. This data contains no answers, Traveller. Merely these blueprints for living glass and a beacon. Living glass and a beacon. The convergence is absent. Traveller, I can feel myself slipping further. Perhaps a beacon may be of some use. Construct one, and the convergence may the convergence may find me again. Excuse me for my awful reading. Korvax is grateful, Traveller. I shall also work on my own solution while you investigate the beacon. Okay, thank you. Right, so we need to build a beacon for this scientist, but first of all, if we go back to the awakenings, let's get this chromatic metal, and that should be enough to build a hyperdrive. Let's go to our ship. We're out of range of the ship. No, we are not. Right, so let's go to technology, and let's install a hyperdrive. Nice. All systems functional, seek access among the stars. Right, now we need to get stuff to power the hyperdrive, so we need warp stuff. But that means we need stuff like antimatter. We don't actually have the blueprints for it yet, so we basically just got to wait until all systems functional, seek access among the stars. Yeah, so interstellar flight requires warp fuel to power the hyperdrive. Follow the signal to locate the source of the antimatter to create warp fuel. Oh, okay. Okay, so right, where do we need to go? So we need to go back into space. So let's go and venture off back into space. There you go, just warp out of that. Oh no, warp out of atmosphere, please. There you go, out of atmosphere. Right, now where do we go? Signal trace detected. Scan to amplify. Scan. Right. Target amplified. Target locked. Where are you? Where is it? It is on this planet right here. Right. Whoop. I also like something I also like about this game is that like how matter of fact it is. Like if you travel like at a normal speed, it will take you at like just at base speed without any like drives or any like warp drives or pulse drives or any extra speed. It take you a day or two to actually get to that planet, and it will actually take you a day or two to get to that planet. Whereas if you use your pulse drive, it's going to take you like 15 seconds. That is very like, I like how realistic it is in that sense. I mean, to get from one planet to another, it's going to take you more than just a couple of days. But it's like, I like that realism to it. That it's that far away, that just traveling at normal like snail's pace, or what we would class as regular, just normal speed, is basically snail's pace as far as science is concerned. I think that's really, really cool. And that's also something I like about these sort of games. Like, Space Engineers, it's good for realisticness, but it's not like... Space Engineers is not got enough in it to warrant it being like an absolutely gobsmacking game. Or for at least for single player anyway. For multiplayer, it's brilliant. Like I've said before, multiplayer you can have endless fun with Space Engineers. Like I could have endless fun with Unit 1 on Space Engineers, but just playing it on my own, it just gets a little bit boring. Because you just run out of things to do, because the workshop items are just basically the same, and unless you're just doing like role-playing stuff, which takes so long to do, there's no point. So Anyway, I've had a bit of sodium in there. Let's, what's in this? Bit of condensed carbon. I don't know what's in there. Anyway, let's have a look at this forgotten terminal. It's its residual goop. I don't like this. It's disgusting stuff. Right. Anyway, what have we got? Terminal online. Selecting key. Decrypting. Success. The terminal is clogged with unnerving, pulsating slime. Nevertheless, it appears to function. As I touch the input panel, the alien substance reacts violently. I make a note to avoid getting closer. The device opens, revealing a signal, unblinking crimson eye. It deposits a sample of antimatter, accompanied by a strange message. Read log and take antimatter. You will find us when the time is right. 16. Found antimatter housing. Okay, that's fine. And we've got an ion badge off it. Okay, that's fine. Also, I think we got the blueprints for antimatter as well, which is also really rather nice. Warp cell. Oh, we've got an antimatter. We just need antimatter housing. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end this episode here, only because I'm very conscious about how long this video's gone on for. I'm going to do all this stuff like off camera, because it is just stuff that I can do off camera. It doesn't serve too much purpose to the story, because stuff like I can now do some of the secondary missions whilst doing like being off camera. A lot of the main campaign stuff, like this stuff here, yes, we can go into do warp stuff up here, but I want to do that. I want to go like warp to different systems on camera, but I want to go and try and find our like stuff like getting our weapon specialist and whatnot off camera, because it's just like grindy. But now, oh god, there's something over there. I don't know, look at that. But anyway, I'm going to do that off camera, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button for more awesome gaming content, and I shall see you all later. Bye!